was it like stepping into the Mortal Kombat game universe?
Well, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was one of the things I was supposed to do some years back, and I was just unfortunately the timing was New Line was doing Mortal Kombat at the same time I was shooting Spawn, and I had already booked Mortal Kombat as Jax. So this was an opportunity finally for me to step into Jax's shoes.
And what was it like, or what do you like about your character, Jax?
Well, I mean, I like the character of Jax. I like the fact that he's a officer of the law. I think that's something that I feel very comfortable playing, and the fact that I was almost a police officer prior to becoming an actor. I was actually like 2 days away from the academy when I got my first major theatrical role.
So did you take anything from your police training into this role?
Well, yeah, I actually keep up with. I have good friends on the force, and I have family members. I have a brother that's a Secret Service agent, and just I mean, I had all intentions on joining the reserve police. Becoming. I had all intention on becoming a reserve cop. For years, I just have not had the time to focus in in one spot. But it's like law enforcement is something that kind of feels like it's in my blood anyway, and so it felt good to actually play an officer, So it's kind of what I'd like to play more roles as a cop.
And how much research did you do for this role? Did you play the video game?
Well, see, this was Kevin's vision of it. So, as far as research, there's the old Mortal Kombat world, and then there's this new adaptation. So it's really this darker, this darker world that this character kind of fit into, and it's just a kind of a new inception of it. Growing up, I played all kinds of fighting games. I mean, every fighting game there was, I feel like I had to master it, I mean, back in the old days, I mean, I think I started out with this game called Karate Champ. What was it called? Like a black belt or something like that, where it actually had a lot of the one-step karate moves that I did in competition. And, I used to challenge everybody to that thing because I actually was able to apply the same kind of techniques, So, I mean, I would do that. And I was a big fan of Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat when it came out, even though my son started to destroy me in the game and because he would just press buttons like crazy, and I was trying to be all, kind of psychological and technical, and he'd kick my behind, and it would just drive me crazy. So, fortunately, he had to go to school, and while he go to school, I would study up and have something for his behind when he got home.
And in terms of fighting, what did you have to do to prepare, and what kind of moves did you actually show off in the show?
Well, fortunately, since I do martial arts, for breakfast, I didn't have to prepare. It's kind of what I normally do. This is part of my lifestyle. So, I mean, it's like, you don't have to get ready if you're already ready, So, I mean, it was just, I come to set, and it's like Larnell and I. Larnell's like my little brother. We would get together and work out. We'd be doing the same things when we're working out. We would just, clown around and do, we do all kinds of choreography ideas. So it's just something that's part of, our realm.
And so what move did you bust in this show?
Well, I bust a lot. I do a lot of moves in the show. I mean, it's not one in particular, but
do you have a favorite?
I have a number of favorites, but it's not like there's a particular move that's gerund to the game. We're still pretty loyal to the dark tone of the original of Kevin's original Inception. So it's kind of in that world a bit more. Of course, the game is a lot more fantastical, and we're more so set in kind of a dark, realistic world.
The game's in 3D. So
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about 3D and what it's doing for Hollywood movies and video games?
Well, I think it's an exciting part. This is an exciting new frontier. It's a great thing. I mean, what's next? A hologram, the holograph or whatever. I don't know how it's called, but I'm excited to be part of things that are on the cutting edge.
And speaking of cutting edge, this is obviously one of the first kind of cross-media type of productions. What
Right.
do you think about getting involved in new media and what do you think? Do you think it has a future in Hollywood and on the web?
Well, I mean, I don't pretend to know too much about the whole new technical advances. I know it excites me to be part of something that's cutting edge. I am not privy to the newest kind of cameras and all that, but still, when you have a great idea and a great concept, and if that's joined with cutting edge technology, I think that just is a can't miss combination.
And what did you most like about your character?
Well, I mean, what I most like about the character is that I get to really, define the character. It's a character that is, it's just, there are certain iconic type of characters that we've all grown up with, ones that stand for something. I grew up looking at the Charles Bronsons, the Clint Eastwoods, these characters that have a code that they live by, and and I love playing characters that have that kind of meat, have that kind of biography, that there's something more going on. That this person is driven by what's right, So I mean, I enjoy playing those type of characters, and I think that's kind of a way. I don't want to sound big-headed, but that's kind of the way I live my life. I live my life by a code. There's certain things to where, I think what defines you as a man is that there are things that you will live and die for. There are principles that you will live and die for. I think that's, part of who I am and part of the characters I play.